Questions? Yes, ma'am.
Would you have to start a cleansing diet in order to convert to vegetarian?
Not really. Not really. You know, if you start in, the easy, slow way would be to start in with fruits and vegetables. For breakfast, instead of, you know, Denny's Grand Slam, 2 eggs, 2 hams, 2 sausages, 2 links of cholesterol, artery cloggers, you can start off with cereals. You know, we're coming into, well, since it's summer, I'm going to say a fruit plate or cereals. And when you drink your cereals, soy milk, rice milk, almond milk. In fact, here's a great cookbook if you really want to get into vegetarian cookery. It's called 10 Talents, and it's from the Seventh-day Adventists. And the cookbook is phenomenal. It'll teach you how to make vegan ice cream, milk, all kinds of things to eat. It's a beautiful cookbook. It's probably the only one that I ever really recommend, and I think we have like 20 cookbooks at the house that my wife goes through. But I've always preferred 10 Talents. I think it's an interesting place to start. But no, Seventh Day, no, it's called 10 Talents. The author is Gene Hurd, H-U-R-D. But the easy place to start for like breakfasts, you can do fruit plates, you can do cereals. Wintertime, you can do oatmeal, cream of wheat.
But doesn't fruit, isn't that a lot of sugar, and then your blood level goes down and you start getting headaches and everything?
Yes and no. It really, well, here's the deal with that.
You get hungry earlier, you know that?
Well, yes and no. I mean, basically, if I talk about my own diet, it's like I'll do my vitamins with a glass of orange juice in the morning. I will take a banana, and then I will head over to the gym. And I may or may not even eat that banana before I go to the gym. And then I'll work out, and I'll get in my car, and then I'll have my banana, which will be about 9:30, and then I'll go to work. Now, I may or may not even have lunch. There are days when I've worked straight through till 5 or 6 o'clock, and then I'll go home and do a salad, or maybe we'll have salad and steamed veggies and brown rice. So, and do I have endurance and stamina? I can outwork almost everybody in my building.
Yes, but you've been a vegetarian for many years. What about those that are starting? How does it start?
Well, you bring up a really good point, and from a different point of view. Here's what I'm going to say. When you talk about sugar levels falling and dropping rapidly, it's because there's a lot of stress in a person's life, and their adrenal glands are not up to par. Because one of the things your adrenal glands do is monitor the sugar in the bloodstream. So when the sugar goes up, your adrenal glands will talk to your pancreas to secrete insulin to bring the sugar levels down so they stay in the normal range. Okay? But the American diet is such is that people are loading up with sugar, even on their way to work. You can see people with their Dr. Peppers, their Big Reds, their Diet Cokes. So they're really still getting some stimulation that boosts their energy. Then they'll get into work and they'll have a little snack. Then comes 10:15. Everybody has a break at 10:15, and so there's more snack. So what's happening is that the sugar is going up, the adrenal gland is talking to the pancreas to secrete insulin. Sugar comes down, has another conversation with the pancreas to secrete glucagon to stop the uptake. Well, what happens after a while is your pancreas, your adrenal gland, because of stress, develops laryngitis, cannot talk to the liver. It is your liver that will secrete glycogen back into the bloodstream so the cells have fuel so you don't get that up and down crash. However, with the American diet, this is where the obesity comes in, and this is why it leads to diabetes. With the American diet, there's so much corn syrup solids, high fructose corn syrup, sucrose, levulose, anything with an OSE ending is a sugar. And what's happening, people are bringing in so much sugar, and what's happening is the pancreas is eventually atrophying, or you will, because it cannot keep up with the production of insulin. And because people are not well fed, the pancreas fails, sugar levels rise, and then you have diabetes. The other side of it is called hypoglycemia. You do pantothenic acid, vitamin C, licorice, that will fix the adrenal glands, that will change a person's life. So the short answer is no, you can make that transition. What you may have to do is maybe have another piece of fruit at 10 o'clock, and at lunchtime you can do a salad, you can do some whole grain pasta, because, I mean, I literally go to a salad bar probably 3 times a week, maybe 4, depends on if I have company in from out of town work-wise, then, you know, maybe I'll take them to Thai food or Indian food. It's rare that I eat quote-unquote American food.
You know what I think is good to do too before you go vegetarian, which I'm not meatless yet, but was to get the processed foods out of my diet first.
Absolutely.
Because that was a whole journey in itself.
Yes, it
Because
is.
everything is processed.
Yes, it
I
is.
mean, learning to eat actual food.
Learning to eat fresh is amazing.
It is.
And what also amazes me is when I do go to a salad bar, and you know, you'll go down the line, and then when it comes to the dressings, I see that people kill everything they got because they'll do a ton of ranch dressing, or French dressing, or blue cheese dressing, which undermines everything.
Right.
But you can maintain your vitality levels by exactly what this young woman is saying. Get rid of the processed foods.
Because there's in front, I mean, everything is chemical.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard to find.
It's hard to find
It's a
clean
whole
food.
new way of eating to not eat.
It really is, and you'll end up finding that fresh foods and organic foods have a wonderful taste.
Yes.
They actually do. You can actually discern the subtleties. They're sweet, and you can almost. All we use at home basically for salad dressing is balsamic vinegar and olive oil.
I just use the olive oil because I just like the taste.
Just the taste. Yeah, olive oil is wonderful. Does that help with your question as far as that goes? And it's a slow transition.
And it's hard.
And it is.
I've tried it before, but the thing about it, when I start eating Lento or soy milk or almond milk or whatever, I'm not digesting it very good. I'm getting full, I'm getting loaded. It's not. So that's why I go back to the old-fashioned way of eating meat, carbohydrate, white starches, and all that.
Well, the reality is that there's an adjustment period, and some of it is even psychological. Because I cannot think of any reason why you wouldn't be able to process any one of those things that you mentioned.
I just get full of gases. That's all it is.
Well, it may be that it depends on what you're combining also. And again, if you're getting full of gases, it may very well be that you don't have enough, you're not manufacturing enough digestive enzymes, in which case supplementation would be advisable to bring in supplements. Okay? Okay, I thank you all so much. Hope you got what you came for and have a better understanding.